Big moment for the Trump administration yesterday because you know that he had been talking a lot of smack about President Biden and his administration's response to the drones, the mysterious drones that
Saying they
were.
weren't transparent, they weren't basically telling us what was really going on, and he was going to be the one to tell us close to day one what was going on.
Yeah, he said, when I get in the Oval Office, we're just going to tell you what it is. This is ridiculous. There's no reason they should be hiding this from you. So, at the very first White House press briefing for the new press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, that came up, of course, and this was her response.
I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy.
Okay, I guess the one really important part there was this was not the enemy.
Mm-hmm. Which
But
is what
beyond
which
that,
is what the Biden administration had said.
yeah, exactly. So we basically got the same exact information. I guess they said the FAA had authorized all this, but authorized it for what? And I just, this transparency that was promised, I didn't hear it there. But maybe we're listening for the wrong things. They're going to bring in someone who does have a lot of knowledge, way more than we do on this. Richard Dolan is an author, historian, and one of the leading UFO researchers in the world. He is joining us right now. By the way, you can also see Richard in UFO Revolution, Season 2, streaming now on Tubi. But Richard, thank you so much for being with us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Obviously, we all knew this was going to come up because Trump had made such a big deal about it before he got into the Oval Office. What did you hear from Caroline Leavitt that we didn't?
I don't know if I heard anything that you guys didn't. I thought the explanation for this, really the mystery drones, let's call them that, even if some of them are maybe not necessarily be drones. I thought the answer fell woefully short of addressing the extraordinary nature of these sightings. There's all kinds of critical details throughout the wave of these sightings that were not discussed. A lot of the behavior of these seemed quite anomalous to the witnesses involved. The fact that they were present globally, well beyond the United States jurisdiction. We had sightings in the UK over military bases there, Ramstein base in Germany, many other places. And then also contradictions in the FAA's own statements previously just don't track. The fact that they shut down airspace over this, the fact that military and other government bodies did not seem to know what was going on, the fact that the answer was so vague, various activities. We're wondering, what are you really talking about here, guys? So no, I think we were expecting a little something more forthcoming from the Trump White House. The Biden White House certainly did not do a good job in being upfront about it. But we're really not getting anything better under the new administration yet.
So, Richard, let's try to read between the lines here. Not an enemy and FAA approved. So that does mean we can say that these were flown by the government, aside from the hobbyists who started joining in. A government agency approved these drones being flown, but what we don't know is for what purpose, and that's the concerning part, right?
Yeah, well, you got a couple of possibilities here. I mean, think of it, if you're someone who, as I am, believes that UFOs are a real thing, that they are anomalous. So, okay, there's that given. But if you are someone who thinks that, you can see that any government, Biden or Trump's White House, either, are in a tough spot. I mean, what if there are genuinely difficult to explain aspects of this phenomenon, which is what it certainly looks like to me? How do you actually explain to the public, yeah, there's some of these things they can instantly accelerate. They are not trackable. They don't give off an electromagnetic signal like all drones are supposed to do. We don't have electronic countermeasures that can take them down. How do you actually tell this to the public? So I think there may be a delay game going on here, possibly. That might be one of the better case scenarios, that they're just trying to say something to appease the public. It's not working. While they look for a better answer, which may not be possible. Or they're just engaging in a decades, generations long UFO cover-up that we've been seeing all along. Just don't deal with the actual evidence as it is and just hope this whole thing just goes away.
You know this stuff better than just about anybody. Based off of what you know, what do you think it is?
I think some of them are drones, for sure. And I think a lot of that aspect has been promoted for reasons that are not difficult to understand. But I have thought all along that some of these drone sightings are way too difficult to explain as just drones. I think they're beyond that. Now, admittedly, we're in a tough spot because a lot of the evidence that's come out is hard to confirm. There's a lot of video floating around there. Is it genuine, legit, or not? But there's so much of it out there that does appear to show some very difficult to explain phenomenon.
I have a feeling this is going to come up again because folks want answers, and especially if we start seeing the drones in large numbers again like that. I don't know how long, Richard, they can just say, you know, FAA approved and don't worry about it, because people are going to worry about it if you don't give them information.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, the sightings are still continuing, by the way. They don't get the kind of coverage that they were getting a month or two ago, but I don't think it has stopped. And so I too, I want to keep an eye on this one. I think it's worth following still.
All right. Well, we will do that. Richard, thank you so much for being with us, and we will talk to you soon, I have a feeling.
Great insight.
My pleasure.
All right. By the way, just a reminder, UFO Revolution Season 2 is streaming right now on Tubi. Richard, one of the experts that we talked to on this, it is really...
Jeremy Corbell, whose picture was there, is also fantastic.
Pushing for answers.